right, this is This Week with Coffee, episode 4. Actually made coffee this time. The last couple I've made, I had to do them late at night, so I didn't actually even have a coffee. I made it out of the Hario V60 switch. I believe that's what it's called, which if I think if I'm correct, I believe it's very similar to, it's a steeping brew type of method, so kind of similar to an AirPress, at least I think it is. So you can let the coffee steep in there for a little bit and you get to hit that cool switch and the water rushes out and get a pretty awesome tasting coffee. So that's what I did this afternoon. And the coffee that I had is this. The Cartel Roasting Company La Esperanza Pink Bourbon. It's a light roast. It's a wash processed coffee and it's from Colombia. The varietal is pink bourbon and it tastes like green apple, black tea, and dried mango. It does taste pretty good. My issue is that I've been out of the pour over game for a while. I've been kind of heavy with espresso probably for the last, I don't know, I want to say 2 to 3 months. I haven't really been focusing any time and efforts on making any pour over type coffees, so I'm a little out of practice. But this one, I get ground just a little bit too coarse, and so it kind of messed the flavors up just a little bit. But since I put the chiller in there and I cooled it down, it tastes pretty good, and the ice is kind of melted just a little bit. So it's kind of watered down more of the harsh notes that were in there. So overall, it's pretty good. I was going through cleaning out my cabinet and I noticed I had a bunch of old bags. I don't know if anybody else does this, but do you guys collect your coffee bags or do you keep them? Because I think I've collected all of mine for almost the last year or so. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the current coffees that I have had probably since Christmas or a little bit before. So I had another, this is some of my newer Cartel coffee roasting bag that I got for espresso beans. This is the one that I just talked about. And then I tried the Proud Mary sampler pack from Christmas, which, dude, these were all awesome coffees, these ones. And then this is another one, as you can tell by the color on the bag that I got that during Christmas time. This is from Union Coffee Company here in Arizona, and their coffee is legit, especially the Ethiopia Guji. Holy shit. And then Wild Iris is a coffee shop up in, I went to Prescott for a work retreat last year, and coffee was alright. Coffee shop was legit, but the coffee itself for at-home stuff, it was just okay. But here's the big stash. I'm gonna put these in with these other ones. I have these inside of an old box from a fellow grinder that I got. I've got a shit ton of bags in here. I've got from California. This one was good. This is from subscription to Trade Coffee, I believe it was. This one was from Trade too. Look at that bag. Bag's badass. This one too. I love this bag. From Lux Coffee Roasters down in Phoenix. That one's legit too. I love this one. This one's from 4 Coffee in Scottsdale. It comes like an oil can. It's a car-themed coffee shop. Maybe I'm a psycho for collecting all these, but some Black Rifle, they're premium subscription coffee bags. Look at the artwork on that. It's too sick. It's too sick just to throw away, you know? That one from Driftwood Coffee Roasters. Black Rifle's premium subscription one too. That one's sick. Anyways, yeah, I got a problem probably. Looking at it now and showing it to the camera makes me want to throw it away because I'm like a psycho. In terms of coffee shops, I did have some site visits this week. I went to Moxie Coffee Roasters off the 51 in Camelback, I believe, here in Arizona. That coffee shop is legit. And I started this thing on Instagram where if I go on a site walk and I stop at a coffee shop, I'm documenting it. So I'm calling it Site Walks and Coffee. I just put the first episode up there right now. It's a lot of fun making those, and plus I gotta go around trying new coffee shops. So, I mean, sounds pretty legit to me. In terms of other update stuff, coming up on 2 weeks on this health and fitness stuff that I've been documenting also on YouTube and on Instagram. And I'm only down like maybe 2 pounds. So 2 weeks, a pound a week isn't terrible, but not as much as I would like. When I was younger, I used to be able to drop like 2-3 pounds a week if I tried really hard. But now that I'm older, 1 a week is probably all I'm gonna get, which I'm just gonna have to accept it. In terms of diet has really been the biggest issue, which I think is everybody's problem, is just eating right or eating enough protein, blah, blah, blah. That's a big challenge. Exercise hasn't been a big deal. I've been going to the gym at least 2 to 3 times a week and running at least 2 times a week too. So, I mean, I'm getting in fitness. It's just the diet, and my sleep has been terrible. I've been doing stuff with this and other stuff online and started a Substack, and so I'm writing, and I just got a lot of different things going on after everybody goes to bed that's really kind of preventing me from getting a full 8 hours of sleep. So I'm probably only getting 5 to 6 hours a night. And yeah, it's kind of getting rough. This weekend was a challenge. I stayed up extra late since it was Friday and last night on Saturday. So yeah, kind of pushing the envelope there in terms of sleep, but that's the only time I had to work on stuff. So, but this next coming week, I got some stuff from the grocery store. I'm gonna get some good prep going so I can have plenty of good lunches so I don't have to eat out anywhere. I got some good snacks so I don't have any crappy snacks around the house. Me and the wife got dialed in with some good dinner items at night too, so we're not eating out again or eating other junk that's just not good for us. So we're just gonna focus on whole food and we're gonna get done, in terms of just goals and tracking and stuff like that too. Like I said, I started a Substack and I've been posting a ton more on Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that. So I had this goal tracker that I've talked about. There's the social media goal tracker right there, which are doing pretty good. I've been posting at least a video every day. I'm gonna do it all the way through April. The big problem I'm having is up in here. No phone around the kids, got the Bible, gallon of water, getting stretching, 5-minute reading, and then doing some writing, which would either be journaling or writing for a Substack article. The actual Bible, I'll have it checked off for today, but the actual Bible, man, I'm not dedicating time to sit down and read it. I'm just been listening to it on my phone. And then also, stretching and drinking a gallon of water has been a challenge too, but mostly it's the Bible. I got nothing for a majority of April, which is pretty shitty. I'm not feeling too good about it. I write about it at night and complain to myself that I'm not doing it, but I read it today for the first time, or not for the first time, but I read the Bible today for the first time for April, and it just goes to show that spending time in the actual Bible itself is so much better than listening to it. You get to feel the pages, you get to highlight stuff, make notes in the margins. I just feel like I retain so much more when I read it out of the Bible, the actual physical copy. So that's something I'm going to put in a big heavy focus for the rest of April, is just reading the actual Bible, sitting here in the mornings by myself in silence. Something I'm not going to show, but I got some goal tracking stuff up here in front of me on the wall. I don't know if you guys know, there's an account called Sip Drake. This dude's name's Drake, and SIP stands for Stay in Process. And everything that he posts content-wise in terms of the power of your mind is just absolute gold. He does not miss. I've just been soaking up every single thing that he's been saying, listening to his podcast, watch every single thing that pops up on his Instagram and on Threads and stuff like that. And I sat down and took notes listening to a podcast and wrote down all the stuff that resonated that really is something I need to focus on. There's a quote from Carl Jung that he says, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you'll call it fate." So I'll leave you with that. That's This Week with Coffee, episode 4. I'm going to keep doing these regardless of how many people see them. We saw my crazy coffee bag collection, about health and fitness. We talked about goal tracking. We talked about reading the Bible. And I'll mention it again. I do have a Substack. I'm going to have my first article come out this Sunday, which would be the 12th. That is kind of an intro to what it's all about. And I got about 3 other ones in the hopper that I'm going to edit. I'm going to try and do, just like I do a video a week, I'm going to do a Substack article once a week also. It's called Smokes and Scriptures, and it's a kind of a cigar blog type of thing, or a cigar review blog type of thing, but also it's just whatever comes to mind that I want to write about. And the big thing is just smokes with purpose. I think one of the best ways to connect with your creator, or to slow down, talk with friends, or just kind of be by yourself, be in your thoughts and process stuff, is to have a cigar. And so I'm using that kind of thought process with this blog of just working through things, writing it all out for, like-minded individuals to see. And hopefully you guys find value in it. So that's the big deal. That's what's going on over here. It's just kind of a long-winded ramble. But anyways, my name is Jay. This is Unpolished Man. And this was This Week with Coffee, episode 4. Peace.